Okay, here we are. We're gonna go with the understanding part one, and let's see how that goes. Begin the side story. Yes. So it takes about like 23 minutes or like 25 minutes to finish one side story. So I have to play through straight up without actually saving. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sari to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face speaks inside. A face that seemed familiar. And there's Yuri, as usual. Sari's eyes widen, recognizes the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica, "It's her, it's the girl." It's true, the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sari had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flower on her desk, it seems she found her way to the club. "Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place?" "No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside." The girl fully steps into the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sari continues to fail, containing her excitement. "It's happening. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. I'm Monica, this is Sari, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way?" "I'd like to join your club." "Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough." "Everyone say welcome here. We don't have you don't have to be good enough." "Oh, do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you." The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. "So what's your name?" "Yuri. I'm Sari, and this is Monica." "Sari, already nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books?" Yuri looks at Monica. "Fantasy's cool. Yes, have you heard of straight to the point, Annabelle Dupont?" "Can't say I have." "Oh well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her fifth book." Is just Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. "Seriously, that's kind of very anime-ish, I suppose. You can borrow my books, I won't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience." They always said that she didn't talk too much, but she's talking too much. Monica's time was completely caught off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sari, silently asking for help. "I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my books in my locker. I should have bought them." Yuri quickly stands up. "I'll be right back. I'll go get them. You probably only need to bring one for now," Sari nervously says, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the books. So Yuri sat down on her desk. "True. Okay, I'll go get one then." Yuri exits the classroom in a flash, leaving Monica and Sari silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy except maybe stuff that I read when I was like a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different things of literature, different kinds of literature. It'd be fun to learn from each other. I don't disagree, but what if this is our only interest? It doesn't seem like it. Doesn't it seem like it? "Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? If you have a new club member, there shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm so excited to get to know her more, aren't you?" Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead." What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sari. It's like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Maybe you can what the hell is happening here? I was just learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'll probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Where are you gonna go then? Maybe you could take a break from helping me with administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sally lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get." She taps her finger against the totally chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. "I'm back." Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri bought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. There's probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that takes place in the same universe, so going over these would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. "I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more, just like I think like if we're gonna be reading together or like that." From across the room, Monica smiles and nods to Sari, but Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her books and glances around the room, showing no indication she has anything more to add. She is very different from the fucking. What happened? she's very different from the fucking main game. Like, this is supposed to be a prequel to the main game that is not affected by AI Monica, but even then, this is like very different. Yuri is not this talkative, so what happened? Showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So what made you decide to want to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to the club's recruitment advertisements. I only found out because she glances over at Monica. Monica came to my classroom, put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly Yuri's face darkened and she shakes her head at herself. It was so stupid. I got so nervous I couldn't even look up. So she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was worried that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but decided that was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you just like that, just like I walked out. I was actually hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. It's actually amazing there's just two of us. I definitely came at the right time. Oh, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same thing I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kind of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, and just things you would think are dumb. Sari pauses a moment. Sari pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you about things I'm into, then you can tell me about things you're into. I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into like crafty things, like making cute little collages and decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room are always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. Then I put it off until the last moment. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised at how much you can do with scissors, glue and stuff. So I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sari nods. Is she gonna be like knives? No, she said nature. I was like, she's gonna be like knives. I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. I'm not. Oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after getting cut off. I like going out of the woods into the park. Just places where you can walk or sit and not have many people around. It's peaceful. It's kind of nice to remove myself from everything that matters. Try my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school on weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I've never had the time to do something like that. I feel that we have a lot of more time than we think we do if you don't let it slip through your fingers. I mean, it's difficult in like everyday life to just go away from what you do every single day. But yeah, I sometimes, when I'm trying to sleep or just randomly in a day, I just like get up, just walk around the fucking room and think about random shit and just like live in my own mind, I guess you could say. I like to daydream a lot because of some of my own decisions and some of what life throws at you. Is not exactly a fun life that I live. So I like to daydream a lot. I think it started when I was like 16 or something. Yeah, I think I was I? I was 16 or 17 or something like that when I started to fucking daydream. Like sometimes it could be hours. Sometimes I literally walk around for like an hour or two, and then I realize the moment when I snap out of it is when my legs start to hurt. I'm like, okay, my legs are hurting. Okay, I'm in my room. Stop thinking and do something else. It's not as bad anymore. Nowadays, I don't really move around that much, but yeah, it's still there. Still think about stuff, random shit, and just live in my own fucking dreamland in my head. But yeah, find that we have a lot more time than we think we do. Don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue the conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica intended to leave it to Sayori to focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Further knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two going to start are you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sari beams, Yuri collects the things. Once back, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sari and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye. As Yuri exits, Sari enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sari and Monica are left in the club room. Sari, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still, besides this, it really lifted my mood. Feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know, it made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. Out of that surprise of the new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Interesting. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door. She surprisingly finds only Sarah in the club room. Monica is probably playing piano or some shit. It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri suddenly nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sarah tilts her head and sure of exactly what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean the way I got overly excited to share my books, and now you had to stop me so you could talk first. That was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club. So, Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Well, why? Because I know that you are just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I'm doing. The moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two. Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounds like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like a club activity, that would be okay, right? Why am I being so restrained to this anyway? Resistant to this anyway? This is exactly why I wanted to... This is exactly what I wanted in the first place, so you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sari pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already in Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sari reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell, part of one of the Everlast saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. That's fucking funny. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Alright, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of her, tears a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? You should draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, just for taking notes. Oh, right, because, you know, high fantasy or like big fucking storylines, sometimes they get like too convoluted with too many characters. I mean, medieval fantasy is very simple compared to this. Like, some of the fantasy novels and stuff like that, they can be really fucking confusing. I've got plenty, by the way, except for medieval fantasy, I got plenty of other reading type stuff that I found, and we're definitely going to be going over that stuff as well. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fucking fun. Whenever we finish with medieval fantasy, there's still stuff left in medieval fantasy. There's like, I think like 8 or 9 chapters still left that I haven't gone through. It's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just taking notes. Notes? Yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it will especially help for someone new to the genre. Sorry, jokes flew completely over Yuri's head. But I think, what joke? Notes. Yes, that's an effective strategy. Is that a joke? I don't know. But think about it, she decides that's probably the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. I can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things that I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at things involving real people. That would be evident through enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, for everyone else who comes off as smart, especially you. No. Yuri rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Sari rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to start? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activities. Yuri begins to guide Sari through the basics of fantasy world her story takes place in. the more of it, she must be in D&D and stuff like that. The more of it she decides, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayuri seems to have. But despite Sayuri's expectation, Yuri elegantly guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds a passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of writing what I do. What kind of writing? Oh, I like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know. But this is like, there must be some such planning and hard work. You're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the Kingdom's written work, like poetry and folk song. No way. Yuri giggles and fills Sayuri's heart with happiness when she realizes the first time she heard Yuri laugh. Yuri's eyes closed mode is very cute. She looks, I don't know, her fucking eyebrows are on fleek. Maybe that's why she looks very cute when she closes her eyes. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Okay, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Yuri jots Yuri's patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes, a lot of times. Yuri flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of the contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begins to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayuri speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Well, in this context, this essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayuri turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of dialogues have cultural references that requires explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayuri's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, that expression had been reversed, with Sayuri easily navigating social situations, Yuri struggling in them, but the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Yuri rubs her attempt. Yeah, this is the thing that I actually found out that some people I was watching someone on Twitch, and even they were like, they couldn't tell when a text was a text that the character was thinking in their mind, and like when the text like got bolder, they're trying to emphasize that text, and when the text was italic and like fadey, it was supposed to be insinuate this is a flashback, and like these simple three things, and they were not understanding it. It was just like, fucking hell, come on, dude, it's so obvious. But I guess it's obvious to me, doesn't mean it's obvious to them, but like it was kind of annoying, not gonna lie. So rubs the temple. The two of them continue, with Sayuri asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes. She finds herself referring to them somewhat often, even adding to them. But her reluction in question comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Interesting. At last, Sayuri reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayuri takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. What are the thoughts up to this point? Sayuri tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read, understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. Makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way you do. The relaxation, Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Huh? Because of the way she put it and the fact that she takes it the worst way, she thought that she's saying that I don't really want to do this, but since you wanted to do this, I'm doing it, and stuff like that. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayuri is left alone with the words. How did this happen? We were just having fun a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have told her that I enjoyed it. Monica, trust me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at. I'm still messed it up. What if she doesn't come back? Drawn in guilt, Sayuri stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I was enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together, maybe because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down as much by having trouble follow along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would have having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Why do you always have to do this, Sayori? Why do you always have to do this? What happened? I finished this, right? Yeah. And now it's this one.